Hi, my name is Michael Burgio from Novak Properties, and I just want to welcome you to the W. I wanted to take this time. I know everyone's busy and you can't always come into the office and hear about this opportunity. It's very unique and we haven't really had anything like this on the northern beaches. So I thought it'd be best just to go through what's on offer, the process, the timeline, and all the opportunities. So we've got the project, it's called the W. You all would have received a Dropbox link with all this information in it, but at least this way I can go through it with you. So it's called the W. It's 29 blocks of land, or house and land. So all you guys have a great opportunity where you're coming in at the tail end of the development, where originally we were sold out at the beginning of 2018. Unfortunately, due to financing getting tougher, some purchases, family dynamics changing, these are the last 6 blocks are resales. So they're not like the blocks no one wanted or the bad ones of the bunch. You're all fortunate enough to be coming in at the end of the project. You're getting it at a very good price, far better than what other people had previously paid for it. That's because the developer, these are his last 6, he's made his money, he's found another project and wants these sold very, very quickly. So we're offering great incentives, which are vendor paid finance, smaller deposits, structured deposit deals. If you need to buy and sell, we're happy to consider a smaller deposit while we sell your property, and then you can top that up as well. So if there's a will, there's a way, and the developer is not the landowner. So that comes to the point where you would have seen us with a couple other builders and building options. It's because the landowner is not the builder. So just want to welcome you to the W and to go through a bit of the brochure. So to give you an idea where the site is, you've got Pittwater Road and Warriewood McDonald's is here with the cinema. So virtually a kilometre or 2 from the main strip where the bus stop is. You've got McPherson Street, which has just been rebuilt. You've got the what you would see if you go to 29 to 31 Warriewood Road is the big white fence. That's aged care. That's going in this corner section. Then you come across to this block here. That was house and land called Carinya, all sold out a couple of years ago. So they're going to start building very similar timing. And then that comes to us, the W here. So we are the 29 blocks, and then you've got Lorikeet Grove, which you can sort of see that will meet up with each development through here. So to see how the configuration of the land would work, you've got 41 Warriewood Road through here, and you've got Boobaloo Road, which is the new road that matches up with Lorikeet. So that point here is here, and then Lorikeet Grove. There won't be anything built at the back, so that reserve has been all gifted back to council. So there's only, if you're looking at potentially lot 4, because what you would have seen online is this design, the 2-story design for around under that 1.2, or a single level design for under 1.1. Now those designs have been tailor-made to lot 4, all 14. So of the blocks we have available, you've got lot 4, which is located at the rear of the development on Lorikeet Grove, and lot 14. So to start off with, you've got the single level property. All blocks can service a single level home, 2-story home, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom. It doesn't matter which block you choose. They will all be able to accommodate that type of building. The only difference is the shape of the block, the aspect, and the size. The first question I like for you to ask is, are you looking for a rectangle design or a square? So what I mean by that is, you've got rectangle ones, which are most common in this. Most of our blocks are 9 to 10 metres wide by 30 to 37 metres. So a single level home would look like this, or a 2-story. So a single level home will cost about $258,000 to build, or a 2-story from $344,000. When I first saw these prices, I didn't believe it, because I could not fathom how cheap or affordable and the timing that these builders could build these homes. And then when I dug a little bit deeper to find out how, it's because the landowner, the developer, spends about $3 to $5 million in civil work. So if you were to buy a knockdown and a rebuild, or just buy a knockdown, you're spending about 80 grand knocking down the property, and then you've got to do all the soil works, level testing, site works, which could cost from 100 to 200 grand. So just in land works, there could be from 150 to $200,000 before you even start building. Now, what makes this development unique is the developer has done all this works for you. So when you settle on the land, the builders like Bell River, Metricon, Icon Homes, Rawson Homes can come in there and start building straight away. And a lot of the time delays and cost blowing out, they occur from the land works point of view rather than the concrete slab for walls and a roof. So, and the phenomenal build time as well. You've got Bell River, who can do a single level home in about 4 to 5 months guaranteed, and a 2-story home in 5 to 6 months. It's phenomenal. The other style block we have, which would be block 18 or 21, is the square block. This has been very common for the downsizer, as with the way setbacks and driveways work, you basically won't have any backyard. So if you're wanting to downsize, you don't ever want to hear the word lawnmower or see one, this is great because you can concrete up the edge and have no maintenance. You've got your 3-4 bedroom, double garage, and that building starts around about $350,000. So there's really no difference between the two styles, just more what you're after, because on the narrow block or the rectangle one, it's very easy to accommodate a potential pool, al fresco area, that type of thing. So depending what you and your family or what you're looking for. So we've got a couple options. You've seen the house and land online for 1.1 for the single level. That is possible, but if you're, as I said, the landowner is not the builder, so he's offering very big incentives for you to do the land only. So what that would entail is, there's a few benefits there. You save on stamp duty, because if you were to buy lot 4 for $830,000, it's about $30,000 in stamp duty. But if you were to do a house and land package at 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, that stamp duty can be $40,000, $42,000, $45,000. So that by doing land only, you're already saving about $15,000. Also, you get to deal with the builders direct. You can deal with Bell River, Metricon, Icon, and negotiate exactly what you would like: fixtures, fittings, colour schemes, and design your dream home. Now, to give you a bit of an idea of what's available, so let's look at lot 4, for example, $830,000. Then you've got, that costs about $258,000 to build. So you can see, for under $1.1 million, you could have a brand new 3 or 4 bedroom single level home. When you look at, don't compare these to house and lands in the area, because they're starting at about 1.5 to 1.6 million. You're clearly getting something around that 1 million to 1.3. So in the area, compare that to what you can buy. Well, there's really nothing you can buy in the area. Units go up to over $1 million, but the closest thing for 3 to 4 bedrooms is a townhouse. Now, brand new townhouses are about 1.3 to 1.48 in the area, and they're on 160 square meters of land. Here you've got 270 to 330 square meters of land. They will actually be on floor plates about 80 square meters over 2 to 3 levels. We're here with the Bell River design. You can have 140 square meters single level, or you can have 190 square meters internal over 2 levels. Now with the block, lot 4 is 9.7 meters wide by 30 meters. Now, 9 meter wide blocks, they're not rare to Sydney, they're not rare to the northern beaches. These are one of the first ones to come into Warriewood, but if you want to know what a development with 9 meter wide houses or a suburb is going to feel like, you only have to go to Freshwater. I'm sure you've all heard of Freshwater. It's very desirable. It's got a median house price of about $2.5 to $3 million. Now, Freshwater, Soldiers Avenue, Surfers Parade, they're all 9 meters wide. So you can really, I've pointed out that you'll see in the brochure, 39 Albert Street, 9 meter wide block, 7.5 meter house. Now if you Google that, you'll see the floor plan that recently sold last year, Then you've got 11 surface parade, 9.3 metre wide block, 8 metre house with a pool al fresco area. The reason I've pointed this out is so you can actually get a good look and feel of how that Boogaloo Road will look, and you can actually get some great concepts of what houses you can build and how you can accommodate the internals with an al fresco area and a pool, or in those 9 metre wide blocks like freshwater. So I encourage you to go have a look. Then, now timing. What's next? Say if this is something you would like to do. Well, I definitely recommend calling myself, having a meeting in our office to go through this in a little bit more detail. But to make it short, how you can secure a block. Step one, pick the block that you like. So there's generally only one block, one block that ticks all the boxes when it comes to price, the style of house, the aspects. So let's, for example, say lot 4. We negotiate a price, so let's just say 830,000. You can secure that with a 0.25% deposit, which is about $2,075. Now that takes it off the market. That means when I'm out there at the opens, meetings inside the office, I cannot sell that to anybody else, even if they offer more money. It takes it off. Now we're offering cooling off period for 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, whatever you need. This developer will work in with you depending on your situation. So what I would recommend in those 5 to 10 days, let's say 5 or 10 day cooling off period, what you do, you go have a chat to Bell River, speak to Fred down there, hear it straight from the horse's mouth on the guaranteed build time, the inclusions, the fixtures, the fittings and the price. Chat with your lawyer, get him to check the contract. But I can reassure you, we're at the tailor end. Whenever you're buying into a new development where no buyers have looked at the contract or checked it, that's when you can sort of raise your eyebrow and go, hopefully it's okay. You've already had 25 other buyers check the contract, they're okay with it, 25 lawyers, 25 buyers. So the contract's very clean and simple. I have not lost a deal over the contract yet. Then chat with your broker. Financing is changing every day and it's getting harder. So chat with your broker, let him know what you're looking to do, a house and land package or a house and land but buying the land and then doing the construction. If you communicate with us, we can help you get the deal. We may be able to do vendor paid financing. I've got some great brokers I can recommend you, but that's what I'll be recommending to do in this cooling off period. Let's just say after the cooling off period, you've got, say after the 10 days, you decide it's not for you, you've changed your mind, you've got the ability, we just rip up the contract, put it in the bin, you're not bound, thank you, but moving on. If you decide that it is for you and you want to go ahead, then you pay the remaining balance of a 10% deposit or whatever else is negotiated. So 5%, 10%, you may need us to sell your property and we do a 10 or 20 grand deposit. Whatever needs to be done to help get this deal over the line, the developer will work in with you. So that's virtually stage 1 and 2 done, taking off the land. Then stage 3 is going into a bit more detail, chatting with your builders. Because the great thing about when you do the land only, you're securing the land, even though it's all a hard decision, the land part of it's the simple part, picking the block and the size. What you really want to spend time on is the home design, the builder, make sure the fixtures and fittings are right, it's the quality, and that's what you have. Because settlement on the land or lot registration, when you come across most builders, won't be till probably later in this year, maybe April. There's a couple, all the civil works are done. If you go to 41 Warriewood Road, the roads are in, the gutters are in, the street lights are in, the levels are there. You will see exactly where your block is. However, in any development, there's, once all the works are completed, there are some government bodies which that go on their own time frame. Sydney Water, Ausgrid, Council and Land Titles Office. Now, all this works was done early February, so they reserved the right they could do it within 4 weeks or up to 12 weeks. So that's where you won't be settling on the land for say March, let's just say March to June. It's a bit of a moving target. 2019. So It will be this year, it'll be within the next 1 to 3 months, which is great because that gives you 3 to 4 months to go to all the builders, shop around and plan and start planning your dream home. Now once the land is ready, that's when you settle. So that's if you bought lot 4 at 830,000, that's where you pay the 90% balance. So and then you can start building. So you start building from April 2019 onwards. If you're doing the single level home, that's about a 4 to 5 months build time, which means by October, November 2019, you'll be moving into your brand new home, which is final step. Okay. If you have any further questions or would like to have a meeting in the office, I can come to your property or meet on site. I'd love the opportunity to go through this project with you. So feel free to give me a call on 0430 344 700. Thank you.